Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the channel. And let me just adjust my microphone a bit. There you go. So I do have I need to finish editing a podcast. But I think it's going to take a while before that comes out. So I need to be more smart, because I don't think I should wait an entire day or 2 or even 3 days before I post a video. I can do quick sketches, and I think that's something that I really want to do more this year. I don't have to wait for... It's not an either or, I don't have to do just quick sketches or just do longer or long form videos. I can do both. So while I'm editing and working on a longer video or a series of a series of videos, I can do a quick video here and there to kind of keep up the consistency, because I think that's very important for me. So right now I'm using Photoshop, and usually, recently anyway, I kind of go back and forth between Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint. And the reason why is because as much as Photoshop is nice, it can, for me anyway, it does slow down, and I don't like that. Clip Studio is a bit more reliable. Now when it comes to editing photos, I think Photoshop is still king. I mean, I get it. Clip Studio Paint is more of a drawing program. So illustration, 2D kind of program. And you can do animations and stuff, but well, shit, even in Photoshop you can do it too, but I think Photoshop is more general. You can use it for other stuff like graphic design and such, but yeah, sometimes it can be slow, and I don't like that. So here I'm just doing a sketch. I'm using kind of an oil brush, by the way, in one layer, background layer, and because I think even if you just work on this background layer, it's way faster. Now the only issue is you do have to work on just one layer. So layer effects are going to be not you're not going to be you can't rely so much on layer effects, and even if you do, you have to flatten things eventually or reduce the amount of layers involved, right? So yeah, I did this podcast. It's a very long podcast, not very long, but it's almost an hour long. So I plan to edit it, cut it up, and mix some video footage with it. So while I'm doing that, I can work on, kind of in between, do quick sketches. So let me just make a new layer. Hit L. Shit. For the lasso tool. Copy it, paste it, Control T, and distort it. What the fuck? So let me check my XP pen. The Photoshop. I need to switch this to right click, maybe? Mouse control, right click, okay. Right click. What? Oh shit, wrong button. Not Alt. It has to be the button, right click here. Okay. Shit. There you go. Okay. Save. Let's see if it works. There you go. So distort. Or maybe warp. And then hit E for the erase tool, and there you go. Oh shit. So whenever I'm struggling with my shape design, I just copy something, paste it, and then play around with the forms. And yeah. And then I try to see if there's something interesting that I can find. I do like it. Let me just try it again. It's harder to do this. I mean, you can do this in Clip Studio Paint, but it's kind of slow. It's not really attuned to editing photos. So that's just a quick reminder. Control T. Maybe flip horizontal. Retransform or rotate. There's something here that I think is cool, but it's kind of hard to see. Right? The shapes are somewhat interesting, so maybe in the beginning try making a bunch of random strokes and then erase some parts you kind of don't like, and then see what you can find amidst that chaos. So I'm assuming I'm going to end up drawing some kind of Evangelion mech, just because it's kind of a favorite topic of mine. And I feel like this is a natural way for me to paint, having multiple layers, but they're not clean. I mean, eventually I will flatten them to kind of save space and make Photoshop run more smoothly, but this is the first method of that I've naturally developed for myself, or that I'm comfortable with. It's multiple layers, not very organized, more focused on trying to paint over stuff, and seeing what comes out from that. I'm not really satisfied with the shapes, so we'll try some. Oh shit! So I'll hit L again. Sometimes when I hit the keyboard button, it's not working. So maybe the keyboard needs some replacement. Who knows? Oh, by the way, whenever I do, or when I should, when I do these quick sketches, I think I should be more wary of the time. I can't take too long with it, and just because I have to work on other things too. The purpose is to be online and be present. I think I'm overdoing it. There's so many copies and shit, so fuck it. We'll try this brush. Oh. Yep, it's kind of lagging a bit. So, and yeah, I should also limit the amount of brushes I use, because that has been an issue for me. Having too many brushes to work with. And I think it also slows down my laptop or Photoshop, I'm assuming. Not exactly sure, but this is the eye. Wow. Shit. Yeah, when you hit one of my keys, sometimes it doesn't register. So that's kind of fucked up. And then distort, right? So we'll try and flattening things. Control E, Control E, Control E, Control E. So now we have one layer again, ish. And then have to go back to this brush. And it sucks, sometimes the brushes don't look the same when I do transfer them to Photoshop, or from Photoshop to Clip Studio Paint. And even worse if it's in reverse. From Clip Studio Paint to Photoshop, you essentially have to remake the brush when it's done from Clip Studio Paint into Photoshop. And the effects don't always register. The effects don't always register. Fuck. Maybe I need some coffee. Do you see? I tend to draw this face have the eye socket. So we'll try just covering it with black, kind of like this, right? And then I know there's some kind of teeth here. Maybe I need to bring these closer. Copy. V. Shit. There you go. Kind of like this. And then maybe this eye needs to be smaller. So I'll hit Control Shift C. Whenever I copy something and kind of in the flattened version, I hit Control Shift C. So I'm not sure if that's an actual default shortcut or if it's just for me, or if it's a shortcut I made before. But that's what I do. Control Shift C, and then I hit Control V to paste that new flattened copy thing. So I'll hit V to move it. Control T. Right click, and then maybe warp it a bit to make it a bit smaller. Right? Retransform, move it. Hit B, and then erase or paint over these parts right there. Oh. So if I hide these layers, you can see the paint overs, and this is the kind of approach that feels way more natural for me. So some of you may not like that, maybe it's a bit too much or it's too messy, but it is what it is, you know. What's this? It's kind of a detail brush. This one's more watercolor ish. We'll try this rake brush and see what happens. For painting in large areas, probably not the best tool, but I think it adds a bit of dynamicness to your work. Or variety, brush variety. But again, we have to be careful, we can't use too many brushes. And because you can get lost in the details here. And do some value adjustments, so it's like a red but darker. And I do like using black. I'm not afraid to use black. And I think Alvaro Castañe is a watercolor painter. He does the same thing. Sometimes you'll see him use like really deep blacks. And I guess that's what's fascinating about his work. It's very raw and like it's very strong. Bold colors, bold strokes. Very artsy, very impressionistic. So obviously I'm already kind of into that. And because you don't need detail, it's kind of cope, but in a way, if that's who you are, then that's who you are, you know. Ooh, advice. So what's my time? 13 minutes? Fuck. I'm even thinking, should I even add intros with these sessions? If I'm really in a hurry, I'll just remove it, or I'll hide it. And then maybe I'll just leave the outro in. So at least it feels like I'm putting in some effort. So erase this part. I'm erasing, by the way, by painting over it. Much faster. If I zoom out, does it look nice? It has some Evangelion vibes. But I think we can improve this part right here. Ooh. Let's add some like this red. And make it slightly bigger. But thinner too. Now if I want to just paint within the reds, since it's kind of in its own layer, but I just want to paint within the reds. If I turn off these stuff, you can see some white paint over, so it's harder to do like a clipping layer. So what I'll do is I'll hit W, I think. Button. Hit B, hit B. I guess I haven't updated the shortcuts, but I think I wanted to do a quick select. I'm not sure where the quick. Oh, it's here. Can I adjust the amount of colors being selected? Hardness. Can I change the color selection? I'm not sure what this tool does. This sucks, asshole. Escape. Shit. Okay, now it. Oh my god. What's the point? Okay, let me just hit deselect it, try it again. Yeah, I don't like how it's automatic. Like, can you change like how much color it selects? I mean, I know you can do this. Select and then color range. And then just how much color. So I guess it's about like this. So just the deep or the light or the main red. So we'll see how that works. Right, we'll add some grays. We'll see how this looks in the end. Now it's kind of hard to see because of the wavy selection lines, but we'll see how it looks in the end. I wish you could be a bit more accurate with this, but fuck it. Hey, not bad. It's not very defined, but fuck everything. So we'll try to fill in the neckline here. So I know the Evangelion has a rather, it kind of elongates like a dinosaur. Right? It has some thing here in the backbone. And then we'll suggest some shadows in the teeth. Maybe make it more pinky, kind of like this, to add more fleshy stuff. Again, I'm painting this from imagination or from memory, so bear with me. Oh, I'll add some shadows with some watercolor maybe. Is this it? Yeah. Oh, it's too strong. Something lighter. This one is just a fine tip, so maybe we'll decrease the opacity. So we're essentially working more on cast shadows here. And that can really help you with your forms, I guess. Wait, there's nothing here, but let me just do that. Right? It makes it more 3D. Whoa, look at the variety. But I'm not using many brushes. I'm basically using how many? One. I've used this brush, and I think this brush. But with it, you can generate some, like the head is a bit too thin. Or the pointy thing in the head. Uh, and the teeth need some definition. So let's get a bit wild here and oh, some flesh tones. Yeah, I need to learn how to draw and really. I think what's missing in my work is learning how to do edges and learning how to clean up edges basically. Like, where do things begin and where do things end? You know, those types of things. I think that's something that's that I can improve on, right? Oh, you see the artistry? Do you see the passion? Oh shit, that's not a bad looking sketch. Cope. Someone's coping again. Let's make it more rounder. Ooh. I have a similar brush in Clip Studio Paint. So I think this is one of the more successful brushes that have, you know, that are kind of consistent in both programs, but it's still not exact. I think I prefer the Clip Studio Paint version more. So make sure you develop brushes that are nice, that make you feel good. Or when you do use them, it feels nice and it feels like you're an artist. So don't be afraid to experiment with creating your own brush, right? And you know, have your own list. Some of these brushes are default too, because like basic default Photoshop brushes, and some of them I've downloaded from, you know, Gumroad, I think. Who's that guy? Greg Rutkowski. I think I have some of his brushes. Maybe not here, but I've downloaded them before. He's more of the oil. He has a different set of oil brushes. He does have the color dynamics set pretty high. Oh shit, it's been 20 minutes. Should I stop? Let's desaturate it a bit, but darker. Ugh, big brush strokes. Fill in the page. Right? Oh. And let me just... Oop, my bad. Excuse me. Add a touch there for the eyes. Make it speak. And yeah, I guess if you're kind of tight with your work, I recommend going the bold route. Maybe you can exaggerate. Try exaggerating your brush strokes. Be more bold, like big brush strokes. And I think that can help you get out of your rut. And you know, maybe I'm a bit biased because that's kind of how I paint. And it's easier, I guess, for me to paint this way, where it's just more freeing and it's more me. Because I feel like I'm being caged when I do the whole layering thing, you know, line work, and then you do the flats. Like, I feel trapped, and you know, I want to be free. So I guess I'll stop the session right here. And I can say that this does look somewhat like an Ava sketch, right? There you go. So we'll stop the recording here. And should I sign it? Oh wow, artist. That's making new layer. I mean, I could add like a tag, but I think adding your own artistic penmanship is, it's just the way things are, you know. Whoa, artist. Fuck, that's a pathetic handwriting there. Nah. Make it smaller. That's my actual signature. So should I do that? It's kind of ugly. There you go. That's it. So that's it for this test. Fuck, it was supposed to be like 15 minutes, but I think I kind of got carried away. But fuck it, at least I have a video out. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this session. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.